So it seems that Memphis has failed to upload his episodes on time. The integrity of the 100 days is compromised. Therefore, it's up to this man to bring us back into the light of day. Roll that intro! Hello everyone on YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate Alter, welcoming you back to the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, it's time for this man to shine. It's time for a real duelist to take control of the channel for a little while. I'm going to be taking over this whole week coming up, because we have a special themed week in the 100 days coming up starting right now. And that is the Elemental Week! Ooh. Oh yeah, fancy things. So, we got ourselves a very simple idea. Every day, we're taking a look at a different attribute of the game, and we're going to be making a deck, at least mostly based on that attribute. It's a little loosey-goosey with some of them, but today, we're taking a look at Naturia, that old archetype that's all about summoning out a bunch of cutesy-wootsy monsters that have lots of negation power. It's a pretty sick synchro monster. So, we got ourselves a Naturia deck. We're going to be summoning out our Camellas. We got ourselves some Vernus Sylphs on the side to add some protection and consistency things to it. And we're just trying to summon out our Naturias, our Mole Crickets, our Beastie Boys, our Synchro Monsters galore. Have ourselves a blast and consume some Naturias. This episode is sponsored by Naturia's breakfast cereal. Yes, there's a blast from the past for you. Anyway, we're going to be going into today's episode, have a good time, duel with some Naturias, summon Camilla, Mole Cricket, do the synchros, etc., etc. Don't enough talk. Let's get into the action. See how these guys go. Deck list at the end, of course. But for now, duel time, baby. Wombo combo time. Alrighty, everybody. First opponent, another day, another card, game. Now, with this deck, we can go first, and we can go first. Because first is where we like to go. It's like, you know, you got yourself some plants. You want to get those plants a-going. With our opening hand, let me think about this. We do want to use this Vernus Sylph. The Vernus Sylphs are nice because we have all Earth monsters, and this is going to allow us to just ditch a Mole Cricket, and we're going to need that Mole Cricket in a minute. So, let's see, it doesn't really matter who we get at the moment. I don't have my Vernus Sylph card at the moment, the one that turns everyone into a Vernus Sylph, because that's where the fairy really comes into play. But it's all good. We're going to activate our Naturia Blessing. We're going to summon a Naturia from the graveyard. Mole Cricket is the heart and soul of what we do. This little guy, I can just tribute him whatever I want. If my opponent had the biggest monster, I get two monsters right now. I just need the one. We're going to get our Camellia. Hello, I have returned. And Camellia is the other heart and soul of the deck. Once returned, summoned it out, I get to mill a card. We're going to send out the Sacred Tree. The tree, when it's sent, gets us another Naturia. And Blessing, not only is it special summon, not only is it Synchro and Fusion all in one, it's also not a once per turn. Brutally brutal card. So we're going to summon back our Mole Cricket. It's called the Mole Cricket Loop. Alright, so now we got our Mole Cricket again, and we're going to summon out the first of our boss monsters, good old Beastie Boy. Hell yeah. And other than that Naturia Synchros on the board, I just bring back the Mole Cricket. You just do it over and over. And now we're pretty, I mean, I would love the spell that makes this indestructible. That would be cool too, but I'm pretty set at the moment. Unless this guy just, like, I don't know, has blue eyes or something. He just starts spamming out high attack monsters. We're pretty set. Because I have Naturia Beastie Boy, my opponent can't really play any spell cards. I can just, every time he plays a spell, I can mill two cards and say, no spells. What is this? This is... Maybe this card summon a Swordsoul or a Fallen of Albaz. Well, that's a thing. That is a thing. Okay. I was thinking of whether I should negate that or not. I guess we'll find out in a minute if I'm right or wrong. But yeah, basically, this is what we're trying to do, so we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I have Solemn Johnson here. He's really here to stop my opponent from, you know, summoning big things. What is this? If a monster's banished, you can banish this card, summon a light spellcaster. Okie dokie, I guess. I guess it is a tuner. It is a tuner. Druid's Worm. How attack is that? Oh, that's actually bigger. That's actually perfect. That's actually what we want him to do. Okay, so now he has Drew's Worm. We're going to activate our Mole Cricket. Since this thing is the highest attack on the board, I can use Mole Cricket's effect to summon 2 monsters. And we're going to summon both of our flies, and my opponent rage quits like a baby. Pathetic. But yeah, that's essentially what this deck is trying to do. Summon the beast, start looping the cricket. Every turn I can just summon multiple monsters. If I have the flower, then I can just mill instead of tributing, so I keep the Mole Cricket. But basically, you summon Fruit Fly, and then, you get 2 flies on the board. 300 attack reduction for every Naturia you have per fly. That's an 1,800 point deficit to my opponent's entire board. So, absolutely devastating. Now, did he have outs to that? I mean, Druid Swarm isn't out to that because, yeah, he could have just sent a fly or my beast, whatever he wanted, just link this away. But my opponent's a big baby, so he didn't get to try that. So, there's a win in our department. Naturias are already starting strong. Let's keep it up in duel numero dos. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. I knew paper wouldn't do me any good. Scissors all the way. Alright, what do we have for an opening hand? It's an opening hand. It's an interesting one. Let's start with reasoning, because why would we not? There's no reason for it. Oh, fuck, that was a terrible joke. Anyway, so we'll activate our reasoning. Our opponent has to make some guesses. Most people will say 4, and yeah, that'll do it. That'll get rid of my other fairy. I wish I had another monster, because then I could have done some more things here. I would really have liked another monster card at this point, but it is what it is. We can at least get started. It's not that hard to get Naturia started. It's just a matter of, knowing the line. Get flower. Flower sends the tree. The tree gets the blessing. The blessing revives the cricket. And then you just kind of go from there. I was really... If this had just been a monster, I could have gotten the protection for my boys, which would have been really good to see, because that's the side tech I really want to see. Memphis struggles with all these neat little side techs. I don't. No, my Furnace Selves are doing good work already. And don't tell me otherwise. So, we'll go for our Beastie Boy. We'll have a Mole Cricket. We'll have a Solemn Johnson in case of, I don't know, some monster effect. Well, this doesn't stop monster effect, that's the thing. That's the thing about Solemn Judgment, if you think about it, is that this card's so old that it doesn't stop monster effects, because back in the day, there were no good monster effects. But we'll end our turn for now and see where this goes. I mean, I've got Cricket, I've got Beast, got Solemn Johnson. We're pretty set in all respects. Unless this guy is playing Labyrinths. That's really what Bamboo Shoot's all about. That's the thing about Bamboo Shoot, is he's there in case of Labyrinths. Here's the thing. Main deck boss monster Naturia, always be Bamboo Shoot. Extra deck wise, well, it's Exterio, really, but he's still hard to summon. It is easier to summon Exterio with the blessing, because it is a fusion spell. It still requires you to do all the synchros and stuff. What on earth did I get a message for? Shut up, phone. I'm in the middle of card games. It's Necro stream. Oh yeah. Our boy Necro is going to be streaming in a couple days, and Memphis wanted me to let you guys know he's going to be on Necro's channel doing stuff, basically. He's going to be doing stuff. Alright, let's see here. I want to get more things. But I can't really get more things right now, that's the problem. Because Camellia does send, but unfortunately Tree is a limited card. So I don't get to do more of that. Let's go for Camellia, though. Sending to the graveyard. Sending someone we don't want to draw. Sorry, Sunflower, but I need other things. But for now, let's go ahead battle phase, and... What are the odds this is Mirror Force? We'll find out in a minute. We'll find out in a minute if that's Mirror Force. I mean, that would suck if it was Mirror Force, but I kind of doubt it. Is it Mirror Force? Magic Cylinder? Trap Hole? Gore's the Emissary of Darkness? Wait, Gore's doesn't work with that. Oh, what is this? Signs of Tistina. Target to face someone. Summon this card as an effect monster. Following effect. During the opponent's turn, when that target leaves the field, Destroy this card. During the opponent's turn, this card leaves the field. Destroy that target. Oh, he's trying to destroy my boy. No. Normally, I wouldn't solemn something like that, but I kind of don't want him to do that. Not if I can help myself, so we'll just end our turn there. Okay, so this is a Tistina deck. I thought they were Monster Effect reliant. What's with Trap? I don't know, but no spells allowed. Yep, no spells. No normal spells, no kaiju spells, no ritual spells, no spelling bees, no tempting to chain, because this is not a once per turn by any means or standards. So get your dang spells out of my dang field. Stop trying to activate spells, gosh darn it. Do you not see my big-ass green cat? He's like Clifford the Red Dog's evil twin. Get off of my board. Alright, there you go. There's my tangent for the day. Alright, well, at the very least, my opponent lived long enough for me to show this off. Let's get our Corolla here. Don't know what that was. And then we're going to summon back our Vernisylph here. You see, while you have her on the board, Vernisylphs can't be beaten by card effect. And that's the little combo there, is that you get these two on the board, and it protects Naturia Beast. It's pretty nifty. So, we haven't won yet, because I didn't put this in attack or anything. Vernisylphs aren't exactly in a attacking sort of mood for an archetype. Then again, I don't remember what the boss does, because who plays pure Vernisylphs? Oh man, I could make Borreload Savage Dragon. That is so tempting with all the links I have in the graveyard. But no, we're good. We're pretty set. I mean, I've got Call By. I am not immune. I am immune to this. My opponent not. And so my opponent surrenders. I mean, that's what Naturias like to see. We got our beast on the board. We're able to stop all the spells. Barring opponent, it's all monster effects. Naturias are pretty effective. So good on us for duel number 2. Let's go for duel number 3. Maybe we'll do a 4th. I don't know. We'll find out. Alrighty, our third opponent, the fighting third. And, we didn't get to go first. Cursed Paper. Alright, we're going to go first, though, and that's good. And opening hand is not bad. I mean, I've got my Cricket. I've got my Blossom if I really wanted to do that. You know, today's a day of Earth Monsters. Longfire is really like a backup option, if you think about it. So let's go for Mole Cricket. We're going to get at our Camilla. Hello, here I am. And do as we do all the time with this deck. You know, it's a very linear thing when you're starting with this deck, but it's consistent. And consistency is king. So, let's go ahead and get the Blessing. Good old Naturia Leo. Am I playing Leo? I forget. Anyway, so we're going to activate our Blessing here. We're going to summon an Naturia from the grave, as we do every time. Oh man, I can summon Stink Bug, though. Stink Bug is cool, and I can summon, like, other things. I was about to say if there was a level 7 Naturia, but there is a level 7 Naturia if I remember right. That's like Landois. Like, nobody plays Landois, but he does exist. One of those things. Like, he's kind of overshadowed by his brothers, but he does exist. So, we'll set a couple cards past, see where this goes. I mean, my opponent's spell reliant, we're all set and dandy. And if he has monsters in the grave, no! You monster! How could you do this to me? How could you? He was an innocent child. End of the main phase. No. Are you going to do what I think you're going to do? Am I getting trolled? I'm getting trolled. Well, that is just a dick move. Alright. Highly unoriginal, but it's what it is. I guess... Might as well trim it off Mole Cricket. I don't see a reason not to. Let's summon out... Fuck it. Ant Jaw, come forth. That's right, boy. I got Ant Jaw. Now you might be wondering, what does this little acorn holding dude do? Well, I'll tell you what he does. Every time my opponent special summons, I get a low-level Naturia from my deck to my board. Pretty nasty. Let's see. Vernisylph of the Awakening Forest. Let's go for Lone Fire Blossom. He'll make his debut today, because like I said, he's a backup thing. He gets me my Camilla. I can also get like a bunch of other things, but I really just want Camilla. Camilla is number 1 bay. So let's go to Camilla. Let's send to the graveyard. Someone we don't want to draw into, basically. And then we'll use our Verniself. We're going to ditch our Stank Bug. We're going to send another monster to the graveyard that we don't want to draw into. And we'll bring back Beast, because we can do that. Hello, I have returned from the underworld. Ha! Oh, my silly opponent and his silly stuff. Alright, so now we'll get to do a nice head of damage. My opponent thought that he was going to out me with his silly little kaiju plus evenly matched combo. Not so much. So much, I didn't even bother worried about Gores. When's the last time anyone worried about Gores? But, you know, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. And next, oh man, I want to make Barkian. Maybe next turn. Maybe. Possible. It's something we can do, for certain. Not everything can make Barkian, but when we can, it's pretty neat. Alright, my opponent summoned a monster. Game, let me click buttons, thank you. Alright, we'll summon back our Mole Cricket. So, wait, was this Sacred Beast this whole time? That did not come off at all. How was I supposed to know that's what this was? You summoned a kaiju and hit me with evenly matched. That does not read kaiju to me. That reads, I'm going to play Sacred Beastie Boys. Yubel as well? No. Get your nonsense off my board! No spells allowed! No wizards! Shall be no wizards here. And my opponent surrenders! Beast is too strong! Card from the early 2000s, or mid-2000s. Whenever this came out, it's 2024 and it's still too powerful. Naturia Beast too strong. Alright, so good on us. We're 3-0. Let's go for one more match, because I want to give a shot at summoning Exterior. I want to dunk on Memphis by summoning Exterior, so let's go for a fourth duel. Alrighty, everybody, the fourth and final duel, last chance for romance. It's time for the bad boy Yu-Gi-Oh! To show these children what's up. What do we have for an opening hand? It's a hand. It's a hand. It's not a perfect hand, but it's a hand. Let's see here. In the hand, banish 2 monsters, summon them out. And an earth monster, summon an earth monster. Interesting. Let's go for Camellia. Actually, I could have summoned Bamboo Shoot there. It's fine. I'll do it later. Yeah, it's fine. Basically, if I had gone for one, that little combo wouldn't have used my normal summon. Could have summoned Bamboo Shoot on top of everything. Just denied all spells and all traps. But it is what it is. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think of... I fucked something... Oh, wait, no, I realize what I've done wrong. I need to get Mole Cricket onto the board still. Okay, that's not that hard. Let's go ahead, activate Un for Un. Let's see... I want to give it a shot, man. That's how it is. That's what's up. We're going to summon out our Mole Cricket. And we're going to go ahead and make our Naturia boy, because... he is the mainstay of the deck. I might have to change the thumbnail to put this guy on the board because he is just so much more useful. Let me tell you. I mean, don't get me wrong. Camellia's doing a lot of the work. Mole Cricket's doing a lot of the work. But this is the guy with his fangs around the opponent's, like, balls. So, you know. And a Redox is here in case I ever need the guy. I doubt I will need the guy, but if I ever did. So, I'm going to set this in the off chance he can out Beastie Boy. Just in case. You never know. It could happen. And I'm a smart guy with big brain. So, you know, what are we up against? Set card? That could mean a lot of things. End of the main phase? No. Oh. Oh, I thought he was going to do something. Okay. That works too. That works just fine. I hope you don't like trap cards. I hope you don't like any of those things, sir. For now, I shall just bring back my big boss monster. And there ain't jack and shite you can do about it. That sure is. Surprisingly, a Trolly deck. Probably should have done that. You know, Troll Week, it had some nice days to it. But sometimes I wish we had done, like, a deck like this. Which is just like, hey, I negate all of your everything. And I'm going to summon Antjaw here. That way, if my opponent actually does special summon anything, I'll get even more stuff. And Redox is here. I don't really care. It's all good. Let's battle phase. My opponent's going to be there like, why is my face stun not working? Answer, it never shall. You're going to be already dead in about 2 seconds, son. Because, yeah, Bamboo Shoot, the OG boss of this deck. I mean, the Synchros have always been the boss but main deck-wise, it's always been Bamboo. Just tribute him with a Naturia. Your opponent can't play any spell traps at all. No normal spells, no normal traps, no ritual spells, continuous trap. None of that nonsense will work on under the power of Bamboo Shoot. Alright, so now what can my opponent do? I mean, he's got a 3-card extra deck, so he uses it for something. But we'll never know, because that's game again, baby! Alright. Well, I'd love to do more, but I think that y'all get the idea of Naturias at this point. So let's go for the end screen, talk a little bit more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody, so Naturias of 2024, we went 4-0 of these boys. Now, Naturias, very easy to get them set up, very easy to do the combo line. Camellia gets out the Mole Cricket, you go for your Beastie Boy, and then you just got the Mole Cricket on the board. Your opponent tries to get out of you. You just tribute Mole Cricket, summon a couple Fruit Flies, and then your opponent can't beat over your Naturia Beast. So, it's a very nice deck, very effective. If your opponent's playing like all monster effects, not as effective because we're not playing the Naturias that deal with monsters. Well, we have a Sunflower. That's our to monster effects, basically. If your opponent's playing monster effects, go for this dude, but otherwise, Beast is the way to go, because he just stops all the spells all the time. So, very happy with how the deck turned out. We're back on track for more craziness in the Yu-Gi-Oh! And guess what? It's only just starting, because tomorrow we're continuing on with Elemental Week. We're going for a wind-based deck. You can probably guess what it is, but it's a nice little deck that I like to see played. You know, we're taking a look at, well, we're looking at Harpies. A specific kind of Harpies, but we're looking at Harpies. So, stay tuned for that tomorrow. Your boy Memphis is now going to reveal to you the secrets to our success. The main deck is as follows. We've got ourselves R1 Redox, because he's a cool boy. R1 Bamboo Shoot, because you only need one. You got Horn Needle to stop your opponent from special summoning stuff. You got triple Camellia, because it's that important. 2 copies of the Vernisylph of Awakening, because it lets you set up the graveyard. 3 copies of the Flourishing Hills, because it lets you get your spell, and also brings back monsters. You have 1 Maryland if you need some recovery. You got yourself Thawning Mountains for extra draw, as well as reviving stuff. 2 Fruit Flies, because 2 is better than 1. 3 copies of Lone Fire to get more Camellias. 1 Stank Bug for Tuner, as well as battle protection. We have ourselves done Sunflower for monster negation. Ant Jaw, because if your opponent special summons too much, you can just flood the board. 3 copies of Mole Cricket, because he's that important. 1 for 1, because Mole Cricket is really that important. 2 copies of Triple Tactical Talents in case you get Ash Blossomed or such. Reasoning's just a fun card because we have a whole bunch of different levels in this deck. And so, you know, you can cheat out a nice card. And even if your opponent calls 1 and you mill Cricket, that's just fine. Foolish Burial for sending things to the grave to set up. You have yourselves Called by the Grave. You got yourself a Nature's Blushing, which is basically Monster Born in this deck that is searchable. You got Vernisylph Corolla to protect your monsters and allow your Vernisylph to use their effects without discarding your cards once per turn. You got triple Imperm if you happen to go sagging for whatever reason, Sacred Tree to search, and 2 Solemn Johnsons to negate the things you can't be prepared for. Extra deck really didn't matter today because we only needed the 1 dude. But we have things like Link Karibo if you really need it. You have your Masquerade and Unicorn combo, 1 Asa because we have all the Urts, 1 Blackluster Soldier because we do have a high level monster as well as extra deck stuff. Herald in case in case weird things happen, you have Herald. And then Naturia Beast, which you could honestly play like 5 copies of if you really wanted. Barkian, which allows you to go into Esterio. We have Goyo Guardian, because lots of Earth monsters. Black Rose Dragon, because we do have plant monsters. Borlord for late game sort of things. Baron for the same sort of reason. Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree, for big boss monster that can't be targeted outside of main phase 2. We have Rudy Rose Dragon, which is kind of hard to make in this deck, but it is possible. And it's funny as hell when it goes off. And lastly, Exterio, because if you can summon this dang thing, you just infinite negate every spell trap your opponent plays. That's what he does. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Your boy Memphis Alter signing out for now. I will now be preparing for Harpies. So stay tuned for tomorrow because it's going to be a great one. So, see you guys again tomorrow. Your boy Memphis Alter signing out. Till then, peace.